Hi everyone, Danielle from Curator here. In this week's video, I'm going to show you how to execute the Summer Staycation Spot campaign. So let's hop right into it. Starting with the blog, I'm going to go ahead and log into the back end of my Curator website, and then I'm going to head over to the Create tab. From here, I'm going to say Create Content, and this will show you the content library of all of the content that we have available currently on the library here. I'm going to scroll down to this blog here, Summer Staycation Spots. It's near the bottom, but we're going to go ahead, click that, and it will load into our website. So from here, I'm going to go through and just make sure that I have edited where I need to. So you can see here, there's a couple of variations that I'll just go through and correct. Perfect. So from here, we can see that we'll go ahead and fill in the spots that we want to feature. In this example, I've used 6, but you can use 4, you can use 8, whatever you want to do, whatever spots are really relevant to your area. And that would just be drivable location spots where people can go for the day, maybe stay overnight, and just make sure that things are open and things like that. But obviously, summer vacation looks a little bit different for all of us this year, but typically I've been seeing that people are still getting away for, a few hours at least during the day. So that's what we're talking about here. Then in this CTA, if you did not run the summer activities blog, I would recommend changing this out to something that you ran instead, and that can just be anything from your blog. But this is a great way to be able to keep time on site up, because it just a midstream CTA helps people get to the next place on your blog and continue browsing. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in the spots here, and then I will show you how to get all of the rest of the pieces of the campaign put together. Once I'm done filling in the spots, I'm just going to go ahead and say publish, and then you are good to go. See you in a second. Now that you have the blog post loaded and ready to go with all of your local summer staycation spots, we're going to go and head into the Help Center so that we can grab all of the assets and copy that we need for this week's blog. Coming over to the marketing plan, you can go ahead and click into this article and then scroll down to the July plan. Now this is the last week of July, so pardon the scrolling here. And you'll see that we have the copy and the graphics. I'm going to go ahead and open both of these so that we're ready. And since now that we have the blog all ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and download the first announcement so that I can get that up and running. So clicking into the announcement folder here, there are 2 options this week. I'm going to pick this cute little car, go to the 3 dots and hit download. My computer is still waking up this morning. Here in the copy doc, you'll be able to see all of the copy variations that we have set up for the week. I'm going to go with this first one for the announcement. Try to download this image one more time. Let's see. All right, now that I have the image that I want downloaded, I'm going to go over to the copy doc, copy this one more time, And then this is the blog post. You'll see this under published. You'll go to actions, announce this. We'll go ahead and do a banner style here. Paste the headline that we would like. And I'm going to copy this button text as well. Scrolling down, pasting that into the button text. The button URL is already pre-filled. And then here's where you'll upload that image for the week. So I'm just going to drag and drop that. Or, of course, you can click on the image and it will open a download file as well. From here, I'm going to go ahead and say continue. I want it on the entire site, excluding the blog. And we'll run this one for 7 days. We'll continue, and I'm going to go ahead and activate the announcement. From here, what I'm going to do is go over to Facebook and ensure that this gets posted there. Posting to Facebook is one of the most important parts of the plan. So now that we have our business page open, what we're going to do is go ahead and download the image that we want to use. So in the graphics folder, you'll open the Facebook image and you'll open the ready to use. Select whichever image you wish. There are 4 options for this week. I have already created one of these, so I'm going to skip this step, but go ahead, download this image, and let's head over into Facebook. Now from here, we're going to go into the write a post section, and we're going to go back to the copy doc and select the copy that we want to use. I'm going to go ahead and keep it simple with this second copy, but feel free to use any of the 3 variations. From here, we're going to paste that into here. I'm going to change out this to be area specific. Whoops. And then I'm going to take off this link. And I'm actually going to do a little bit differently today. We're going to go ahead with a down arrow. And instead of including a bit.ly link, I'm going to go ahead and remove the link instead. So on the blog post, we're going to go ahead, type /magic. This will allow us to create a magic link. We're going to go ahead with no registration this week. We're going to build that link. And then back on Facebook, we're going to paste in that link here. And you can see that this comes up. So if this comes up for you, what you're going to want to do is go back to the blog. And you're just going to want to go ahead and edit the image that pulls in here. So the featured image can sometimes pull onto Facebook. So let's find the Facebook image that I have here. We'll save that. And then from here, what I'm going to do is look up the Facebook debugger. Facebook for developers, and then I'm going to go ahead and paste this link in there so that it can read the proper image. You know, sometimes it doesn't do that on Facebook where it will allow you to go ahead and just upload your own image, but sometimes it is a little finicky. So you'll just want to go in here, scrape the image until it shows up the way you want it to. Then I'm going to take this whole thing, copy, and refresh the page. Then in the write a post section, go ahead, paste it back in there, and you'll see that the correct image flows through. Now you can go ahead and remove this URL. So nothing is showing besides the copy and the link. And then I'm going to go ahead and schedule this. Now you can go ahead and just post it right then and there, but I'm going to go ahead and schedule this out a little bit later today. Now let's go ahead and run a promotion for this. Now heading over to Ads Manager to run the promotion, I'm going to go ahead and click Create a Campaign. From here, I'm going to click that I want to optimize here for traffic. And then the name, I'm just going to name it Summer Staycation Spots. We always want to go ahead and designate that we are running special housing category. Now, even though this doesn't have to do with real estate, you still want to include that designation. We'll click off campaign budget optimization and then move on to the next step, which is your ad set. Here's where you're going to go ahead and decide on the audience and the budget. So we're going to go ahead and use the magic million here. You'll confirm. I'm going to adjust the placements to only include the Facebook newsfeed. Just unclick all these boxes here. And here's where we get to the budget. We're going to go ahead and change it out to be the lifetime budget. And then here in our recommended ad spend, it's $50 to $100 for 5 to 7 days. So I'm going to go ahead with $50 on this blog for 7 days. Let's actually do 5 days. Here we go. From here, we'll continue. And this is where you will select the post. So first you want to make sure that your Facebook page is showing here in the identity. And we'll say use existing post. You'll select the post and then this should be here in your top slot. We'll continue. Make sure that your pixels are on and then we'll go ahead and just give it a glance over and hit confirm when you're ready. Now it's time to send the email. Heading into your blast tool, we'll go ahead and create a blast. And we're going to use a magic million list. So something like this where you have the majority of your database. I'm going to go ahead and exclude past clients, but you can include them if you would like to. Get the list exactly how you want it. We have this blast activity within 12 months filter applied as well. You'll want to go ahead and save that list. Use it. And then from here, we're going to use the copy doc to copy and paste the email that we want to into your email builder. I'm going to go ahead and use this first option, but please feel free to use any of the variations. There are 3 this week. Once we copy this in here, you can see it's kind of spaced out. So we're just going to go ahead, remove all of those spaces. We're going to go ahead and link to the blog post here. So I'm just going to copy this, paste it here. You'll see it build a little card for us. So we don't have to worry about images or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and just remove that, edit the button text, and then just adjust the way that all of these little variations are pulling in. From there, I'd recommend sending yourself a test email. Once everything looks good, you'll go to continue. You can either send now, which will go ahead and send the blast instantly, or you can go ahead and schedule it out, which is what I'm going to do. Alrighty. Once that's all set, you'll hit schedule. And you'll go ahead and hit schedule again. And then it will go ahead and confirm the blast and you are ready to go. Next, we'll post to Instagram. Now we're ready to post to Instagram. So I like to use a spacer for my Instagram captions. You can use this one at appsforlifehost.com, but there are a couple others on Google if you want to go ahead and use something else. From here, I'm just going to adjust the caption and ensure that it has all of the correct language and all of that formatting from the doc out of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and ensure that we have our hashtag of our local area. And then I'm going to add an extra space or two between the hashtags and the captions and just ensure that all of the hashtags are the way that I want them. Now you can add more area specific hashtags in Instagram itself, which I will. But I wanted to use this opportunity to just ensure that all of the formatting is correct. Now once I have that done, I'm going to hit convert, head on over to Instagram, select the image that I want to use, then once you press continue, you will be able to paste in your caption, add in any other local area hashtags that you want, and then I also like to go ahead and I'll select the location here in a moment as well. So hit add location, type in where you want the location geotag to be, and then from there, once everything looks good to go, you can go ahead and hit share and it will post to your newsfeed. Now let's get the story posted. If you swipe left from your home screen and swipe up, this will get your camera roll. From there, let's select the image that we want to use. And then from here, you can add in a geolocation, just like we did on the Instagram feed post. I like to turn mine a little bit opaque and then maybe put it off in the horizon there, just for people to be able to discover it. From here, you can play around with any fun GIFs, or if you want to add music or anything like that, you can do so. Since this person's in California, I was thinking maybe for a sun or something like that, but you can always play around with it. Once you have the story exactly how you want it, you're going to go ahead and click next, that white button at the bottom there, and then hit share and then to story. There you go.